Welcome, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Jen Hilman, and I invite you to roll out your mat for this replay of my live yoga class, a part of the Stability and Strength series. We'll be working on building strength in our standing poses today, all while practicing with a mindset of self-love and self-appreciation. So go ahead and like this video, leave your comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Then go ahead and roll out your mat, and let's get ready to flow. All right, so we will begin our practice today just sitting comfortably in your seat. And you're welcome to sit on a cushion or a blanket or a block. Just make yourself comfortable here so you can really relax into this seat. And as you begin to settle in, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And take this time to start to drop in with yourself. Tuning in to the rhythm of your breath. Start to take a personal inventory and notice what you feel today. What sensations are present for you right now? Maybe you feel your heart beating. You can feel your breath moving in and out. Maybe you feel some pulsing or some tingling vibrations in your body. Maybe there's some areas that ache, that feel stiff. Just take this time to breathe into your body, observing what you feel. And start with a thought of gratitude and appreciation for your body. Feel gratitude and appreciation for your breath. And wherever your body is achy or stiff or tight or calling for your attention, offer yourself a comforting thought. I'm here for you. We're going to work it out in our practice right now. Thank you for being my body. I choose to take care of you. Then bring your hands to a prayer position at your heart, gently bowing your head to the radiant light within your own being. Breathing into your spirit, we settle into this space for this next hour of practice. Then interlace your fingers in front of you, and as you inhale your breath, begin to stretch your arms up towards the sky, opening your palms. Lift up through your waist like a big morning stretch. You can even start to rock side to side, just opening up the sides of your body, gentle stretch, rocking back and forth. So just in your own timing here, feeling into your own body, just enjoy that stretch. Oh, feels so good. Then we'll come back to center, take another big breath in, lift up a little bit higher, hug your belly in, push the ceiling away. Ooh, then we'll exhale and gently circle your arms down, letting your fingertips graze the floor. You can just take a deep breath here, grounding back to the earth. Then let's sweep your right arm up and over, taking a nice, easy side stretch, opening through the right side of your waist. Reach out through those right fingertips. So No lazy arms. We want to really feel that extension and that reach. Then turn your gaze up towards the sky, looking up underneath that arm. Feel your right side body open. Then slowly fold your heart down over your left knee, letting your fingertips touch down to the floor. We bow forward over the left leg, just taking a nice gentle stretch into your right side, low back. Reach those right fingertips across, deepening into the stretch. Then we'll slowly open it back up, looking up to the sky, reaching your side body long. We open the shape. Then slowly rise, coming up to center, and sweep that right hand across to your left knee. So we're going all the way into a twist. Pressing that left hand against the floor, give yourself some leverage to rotate your heart around even more. Lift up through your spine, creating more space to gently twist your heart around a little more. Then slowly make your way back to center, opening the right hand. Just let your fingertips touch back down to the floor. We'll take a full round of breath right here. Lifting up through your spine, feeling your body active. And we'll slowly reach the left arm up and over, just carving a big rainbow above your head. All right, so we reach up and over, stretching the left side body, reaching out through your fingertips. Feel your body stretch, extending out through that left arm. Really reach. Then we'll slowly roll your gaze up towards the sky, opening it up. You feel even more stretch. Then slowly rotate your heart down, folding over the right knee, bowing forward. Let your left fingertips touch down to the floor. You can even reach those left fingertips even further across towards that right side. Feeling that stretch into the left side body, maybe getting a stretch into your shoulder or your low back. And we'll slowly open it back up, looking towards the sky, feeling that stretch between the ribs. Then gently press yourself up to center, and we'll sweep the left hand all the way across to your right knee. Leverage yourself into a juicy twist, really spiraling your heart around. Lift up through your spine, creating space between the vertebrae. You have a little bit more room to get even deeper into the twist. And slowly make your way back to center, opening your left fingertips down to the floor. Sit up nice and tall and just take another full round of breath in and out. And just begin to move your spine. We're doing a little seaweed spine. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which direction you go. You just want to feel the spine moving, like it's being carried in the current of the ocean. Just let your spine mobilize, working into the places that feel tight. Anything that needs to stretch here, just loosen it up. And slowly begin to make your way back to center. And we're going to transition onto your hands and knees, coming into your tabletop position. So just letting that movement carry you all the way around, coming into that nice tabletop. As you make your way to your hands and knees, let's just continue that free form exploration of the spine. So no particular direction, not really too worried about what it looks like. Just let your body speak for itself. Stretching into your spine, mobilizing in your hips, your shoulders, your hands, your wrists, just feeling into your body. And we'll slowly start to resolve the movement, just gently and organically making your way to a nice sturdy tabletop position. And as you come into that neutral position, we're going to stack your hips over your knees and start to walk your fingertips forward, extending through the sides of your waist. Let your heart soften down towards the floor. Breathe into your chest and your shoulders as you sink towards the earth, feeling your heart open. Tune into the curve of your spine, just feeling that stretch. Take another full round of breath right here. A nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can let go just a little bit more. Then gently walk your hands back in and press yourself up to your tabletop position. Let's inhale and open your right fingertips to the sky, feeling your side body stretch. And as you exhale, begin to weave the right arm under, bringing your shoulder all the way down to the floor. Use your left hand to push into the earth and roll your left shoulder back. So we get a deeper rotation, a deeper stretch behind the right shoulder. Breathe into that stretch. We won't be here for long, so lean into it. Really give it your best stretch. Then we'll slowly begin to unwind, pressing all the way back up. Let's open those right fingertips back up to the sky, feeling that full unwinding. Then gently float your right hand back down to the earth, coming back to that nice sturdy tabletop. Then we'll inhale and open your left fingertips high, stretching through the sides of your waist. Then exhale and gently weave that left arm under, bringing your shoulder all the way down. Yes. Press that right hand into the floor, rolling your right shoulder back. We get a deeper twist in the spine, a deeper stretch behind that left shoulder. So breathe into it here. Make it your best stretch. Take advantage of this moment. Then we'll slowly begin to unwind, pressing into the earth. Open your right fingertips back up to the sky, and by right, I mean left. Then gently release that left hand down. We're going to come back to center and just make some big circles here, mobilizing your whole body as you circle yourself around in one direction, and then the other. When you're ready, start to reverse. All right, we're gonna make your way back to tabletop. Now we're gonna do some more work in this position, and if it's a little tiring on your knees or giving too much pressure on your knees, there's two things you can do. You can use a blanket or a cushion underneath your knees to give you some added support. And I also recommend tucking your toes under so we engage the strength of the shins and give a little more support around the knees. Okay, so from this tabletop, we're going to shift your weight into your left leg and extend your right leg up and back behind you. So we really tone the strength of your right leg. Now, you can practice just like this with both hands on the floor, but added challenge today, we're going to extend your left fingertips out in front of you. So right leg is long, left arm is lifted. Reach and stretch. Then as you inhale, lift your heart, lift your heel, lift up through your arm. Then we'll exhale and pull everything into center. Squeeze through your core, round your spine, then inhale and stretch. Reach it out long. Big breath in, then exhale and curl it into center. Squeeze through your core. Use your core strength. Then we inhale and reach it long. One more time for a total of 3. We'll exhale and curl it in, squeezing through your center. Nice strong abs. Then we'll inhale, reach it long. One more time, big stretch here. Then we'll release, left hand down, right knee down. Let's sink back into a little child's pose for one full round of breath. Just letting yourself relax, take a load off your wrists, take a load off your hips, breathing into a little moment of relaxation here. And then when you feel ready, we can start to come back into that tabletop and get ready to practice the other side. Okay, so again, I do recommend curling your toes under, finding more strength and stability in the legs. This time we're going to shift your weight into the right knee and extend your left leg behind you. Now again, you can practice with both hands down and just work the leg, totally fine. For an added challenge, we're going to extend the right arm, bringing in even more strength. So reach, 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 stretch. Then we'll inhale and lift. Open the front body. Then exhale and squeeze, curling it into center. Hug your belly strong. Then we inhale and open it out. Reach and stretch. Then exhale and curl it in. Inhale and reach. Big deep breath. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Then exhale and pull it in. Squeeze your body strong. Last one. We're going to stretch it out, lengthen, then release everything back down to the floor. Coming back to that tabletop. You can sink your hips down to your heels. We'll take another little child's pose here. Moment of rest. Breathe into your back body. Breathe into the sides of your waist. Breathe all the way down into your hips and let your body relax. And when you feel ready, we're going to start to lift your gaze, shift forward onto your forearms, and interlace your hands in front of you. So nice strong foundation with the arms. We're going to press your forearms down into the mat. Then curl your toes under and start to lift your hips up into a dolphin pose. Now we're just starting to open and stretch the backs of your legs. So feel free to pedal your feet a few times here. Just stretching into your legs. Let it slowly start to open. Take some deep breaths here and enjoy the sensation. And when you feel done with that, we'll just settle into a moment of stillness, reaching both heels down. Press into the earth with your forearms. So we really push your arms down. Then reach your hips high and open through your chest and shoulders. So stretch your heart in the direction of your feet. So we're pressing your chest towards the back of your mat. Nice big stretch into the shoulders. Yowza! Let's lower your knees down to the floor. Sink your hips to your heels. Come back to your child's pose. And congratulate yourself for having such an amazing body and doing such a good job today. Now we're going to transition and press all the way up into your down dog. So spreading your fingertips wide, curl your toes under as you press against the earth and lift your hips high. If you want to bring in a little movement here, feel free to pedal out your feet or shift and explore around in your down dog. Just give yourself a moment to talk to your body. Work with what's there. What do you feel? What do you need? What is your body asking for? We'll take another full round of breath right here in your downward dog. Deep, full inhale, stretching your hips high. As you exhale, open through your chest and shoulders. Feel that length and stretch in your spine. And we'll slowly start to come forward. You can take tiny little baby steps. You can take a big step. You could even choose to hop and come forward to fold over your legs. Now, as you bring your feet parallel, let's just start to shift side to side a few times. Again, just continuing that conversation with your body, exploring the space in your legs. We want to increase that range of motion, increase the flexibility. How are we going to do it? We got to stretch. One of my teachers always said, your legs are never going to stretch if you don't stretch your legs. Okay, thanks for the advice. So we'll come back to center here, just folding your body down. Grab onto your ankles and pull yourself into a deep forward fold. Let your head relax. Release the back of your neck. Then we'll slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Nice and easy, just making your way all the way up until your head is the last thing to roll on top. We come all the way up. Take a deep breath here and just feel what it's like to be vertical. Okay, then we're going to practice just a little standing balance. So we'll practice that tree pose, shifting your weight into your right foot. Spread your toes wide apart and anchor your foot into the earth. Lift up on that standing leg. Engage the strength of your right leg. Then you have three options here. Either bring your left foot to your ankle. You can bring your left foot to your calf, or bypass the knee and bring your foot all the way up to the inner thigh. You can balance with your hands on your hips, or balance with the hands at prayer in center. Remember not to sink into the standing leg, but lift up, finding strength, growing tall like a tree. For 3, 2, 1, circle the left knee forward and interlace your hands in front of your knee. Now stabilize your hips over your heel. Nice, strong standing leg. As you start to hug that left knee in towards your chest, lift up and out of the standing leg. Now we're going to shoot that left foot back to the back edge of your mat. We're going to come into a lunge. Are you ready? Here we go. Kick the left foot back. Whoo! Bend into the front leg and lower those left toes down. Ha! Let's draw your hips back and extend through the right leg, folding over your leg. Inhale your breath and come forward into a lunge. Lift through your chest, lift up through the crown of your head, then exhale and glide your hips back, folding your body down. Again, let's inhale and come forward. Coming into that lunge, lift up through your heart, lift up through your chest. Then exhale and draw your hips back. This time we're gonna pause, just folding right here, feeling into that stretch. Then on your next inhale, press into the earth and lift up your spine. So we extend through the spine. Then shift your weight into the left hand, Open your right fingertips to the sky. Revolved pyramid. Big stretch into the IT band. I know it's a lot, but we take some deep breaths here. Have compassion and love for your body. Ease your way into this stretch in a way that's loving and compassionate. Then gently release your right hand down, and we're going to spin your left heel flat down to the floor. Then open your left fingertips to the sky, and we're opening it up into triangle pose. Yeah. So we start by stretching the outer part of the leg, then we'll open it up and stretch into the inner part of the leg. So really think about that left shoulder rotating open towards the sky. So the left shoulder stacks over the right, and we reach the left fingertips up from there. Take another big deep breath in, lengthen out through the crown of your head. Feel that stretch, yes. Then exhale and release your left fingertips down. Spin your left heel to the sky. Plant your hands onto the mat. Push into the earth and sweep your right heel high. Tripod. Take a deep breath in right here. Inhale. As you exhale, hug your knee into your chest. Squeeze your belly strong. Shift forward over your hands and hover. And then inhale, kick that right leg up and back. Stretch. Then hug your belly in. Use your core strength to pull the knee in. Shift forward over your hands. Squeeze your belly strong. Then again, we inhale, kick it up. Stretch. Last time here, we're going to hug the knee in, round through your spine, squeezing through your core, lift through your belly. Then we'll inhale and kick it up. Stretch the right leg high. Then stack your right hip open, bending into your knee. We twist your tripod. Opening up through the spine, stretching through the hips. Then slowly come back to center, and we're going to step that right foot all the way back to the top of your mat. Now, if it doesn't quite make it on its own, it's no big deal. Just grab onto your ankle and just help that right foot come forward, okay? So you just adjust yourself getting into your lunge. Now here, we're gonna reach your fingertips forward to the front edge of your mat, and we're gonna launch forward into a standing split, okay? So that's the goal. You can take a half step if you need, but we're gonna launch your weight forward. So really go forward, pushing your weight into your hands. Then you can kick the left leg high, getting one more good stretch here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then gently release the left foot down, coming back into your forward fold. Take a couple deep breaths here. Yes. Inhale and slowly rise, rolling your spine back up to center. So just one vertebrae at a time. Slowly roll yourself up. Coming back to stand, you can take a nice deep breath here. And we'll prepare to move on to the second side. So start to shift your weight over into that left foot, grounding down. Spread your toes wide. Dig your toes into the mat. Lift up on that standing leg so you feel space in the hip. Then you have choices. You can bring your right foot to your ankle. You can bring it up to your calf for a little more balanced challenge. Or you can bring it all the way up to your inner thigh, but just be sure that you skip the knee. So we're not putting that sideways pressure on your knee. You can balance with your hands on your hips. You can bring your hands to prayer position. Wherever you are, lift up tall. Feel yourself like a tree, growing upwards towards the sky, lifting out of that standing leg. And if you're getting tired, that's good. That means you're getting stronger, so hang in there. Then we're gonna rotate your right knee forward. Interlace your hands in front of your knee. Try not to like scoop your butt under. We wanna keep the hips level as you start to hug your right knee up towards your chest. Nice deep squeeze. Then we're gonna begin our transition to the lunge. So as you're ready, I'm gonna kick that right leg back, bend into your standing leg, and release your right toes down. Nice big wide lunge. Awesome work, you guys. Now start to draw your hips back, extending through that left knee, folding into your pyramid pose. Then on your inhale, we're gonna shift forward to the lunge, leading with your heart. Lift up through the crown of your head as you come all the way forward. Then we'll exhale and draw your hips back, folding back into that pyramid. Let your head relax down. Then inhale and come forward again, flowing into that lunge. Feel that stretch in your right hip flexor as you lift up through your head. And exhale and draw your hips back, breathing into the hamstring. And we'll go one more time, lunging forward, feeling that articulation of the movement, feeling every sensation as you exhale and draw your hips back. We're gonna take a full round of breath right here in your pyramid pose. So really let yourself work into that stretch, finding a deep yes. And on your next inhale, we'll press into the earth, lifting up and extending out through your spine. Press down through the right hand, and we slowly start to revolve, opening it up towards the left. Yes. So take some deep, slow breaths here. Okay, when it gets intense, when the pose is challenging, our mind starts to freak out, like, oh my God, I can't, you know? Take a deeper breath. Say, yes, it's okay, I've got you. We're okay, you're safe, I love you. Then gently release your left hand down, because nothing lasts forever. Then spin your right heel down to the floor, and we'll open it up. Right fingertips reach to the sky as you transition into your triangle pose. Now, you guys are always welcome to use props. You can use blocks if that helps you get a little better alignment in your pose. We want to think about opening through the right shoulder. So the right shoulder is stacking over the left. Take one more breath in your triangle pose. Really bring it to life. Then we'll slowly release. Right hand down. Spin your right heel to the sky, coming back to that pyramid. We're going to plant your hands firmly into the mat. Push into the earth and see if you can sweep that left leg up and back, coming into that nice tripod. Then hug your knee to your chest, squeeze your belly strong, and shift forward over your hands. Squeeze. Then we'll inhale and kick it up and back, stretching that left leg high. Exhale and draw it back into your chest. Really engage the strength of your core here. Choose to use the abdominal muscles. Then we'll inhale and extend, kicking it up and back. Stretch your leg high. Then one last time, right here. Squeeze it in, use your core strength. Push against the earth and round through your spine. Then we'll inhale and kick it up and back again. And see if you can stack the hips open. Slowly rotating your hips open. You can bend into your left knee. So your knee
should be the top of your pose as you roll the hips open and really stretch your knee high. So take it into that deepest, most juicy stretch. Then we're going to come back through center and see if you can bring that left foot all the way back to the top of your mat. So again, you've got to hug your belly in, squeeze the knee forward, press against the floor to sneak that foot to the top of your mat. So it takes a lot of core strength for sure. Now from this lunge, we're going to reach your fingertips forward and prepare to launch into your standing split. So don't be afraid. Push with the back leg and push into your hands. Whew. So you shift your weight way far forward and reach the right heel high. Nice big standing split. Then gently release your right foot down to the floor, coming back to your forward fold. Now if you want to take a little ragdoll here, you can let your head relax. Let your arms relax, and you can sway your body side to side or pulse your body front and back. Just anything that feels good here. This is kind of a resting moment. Then release your hands back down to the floor, and we're going to slowly rise, rolling yourself up to standing.
All right. You guys up for a little more work? A little more, and then we'll wind it down. We've got it. I'm here with you in solidarity. All right, so we're going to practice another little balancing pose, kind of building on to what we've been doing. Shift your weight into the right foot. Spread your toes wide apart and root those toes down into the earth. Lift up on that standing leg, feeling the muscles wrap around the bone. We stand tall like a tree. Now this time we're going to float your left knee up towards your chest. You can interlace your hands in front of you here. And again, we're not going to scoop through the hips. We're going to keep everything balanced as you hug that left knee in. So standing up nice and strong in the right leg. Okay, here's our next challenge. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Then see if you can start to twist towards the left side. So we get a little rotation. You can bring your hand onto your hip or open your left arm back behind you. Lift up out of your waist, hug your belly in. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to step back to warrior 2. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Open the left foot back to the back edge of your mat and step it down. Whoo, yeah, nice work. Let's go ahead and lift up and just straighten that right leg. You can wiggle it out a little bit. Right? Good old righty. So strong. Okay, so make sure you have plenty of space between your feet. We want to have a nice wide stance. Inhale, lift up through your waist, extend out through your arms, reaching out through your fingertips. And as you exhale your breath, we're going to lunge into your warrior 2, Virabhadrasana, lunging forward. Eventually, your thigh is going to become parallel to the floor. So you might need to widen your stance so you can get even deeper into your pose. And then hug your belly in. Lift up through your waist and stack your shoulders over your hips so your torso is aligned as you extend your arms out. Yes, flip your right palm. Reach up and back, reversing your warrior pose. Try not to give up the front leg. It may be getting tired. It's going, oh, I can't. Come back to your warrior pose and see that you can. Woo! Release your right hand down. You can bring it to a block. Then stretch your left fingertips high, side angle pose. Lengthen through both sides of your waist. Then float your left hand down. Spin your left heel to the sky.
and lower your left knee down to the floor. Glide your hips back, just gently extending through the right leg. So we don't have to do quite like a full half split. We're just leaning the hips back. Now from here, I'm going to press into your left hand. I'm going to rotate your heart around to the right. Then bend into your left knee and see if you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your left foot. Yes. Now pull that heel into your hip. Give it a nice good squeeze. See if you can maintain that contact, heel to hip. Then slowly start to lunge forward into the right leg, and we're going to work our way into that top of the thigh stretch on the left leg. Okay, so try and keep that contact as you lunge your weight forward. You can even lift up through your chest to increase the stretch. If you really lift up and out, 1, 2, 3, yes. Gently release. Left toes down. You can reach your hips back and extend your right leg long. And then walk your right foot across to the left edge of your mat, extending through that right leg. Then start to fold your body down. So the right leg is crossing your midline. And you bow forward over that right leg. Say yes to the stretch. It feels so good. Then inhale and lift your spine halfway. Extend through your chest. Keep your right foot where it is. Then shift your weight forward, coming into a pigeon pose. Now, we won't be in this pigeon pose for a very long time. So make it good for yourself. If you want to use props, if you want to, bring a cushion under your hips, like whatever you need to do. We won't be here for too long. We just want to give ourselves a chance to really open up and stretch that outer right hip. So you are welcome to explore a little micro movements or just kind of explore around adjusting in your pose so that you find the best stretch for you, just kind of massaging around in that right hip. Ooh, yes. Okay, then we'll slowly return to neutral, bringing both hands down to the earth. Tuck those left toes under, push your hips high, and sweep your right leg up and back. And just swirl that right leg around. Okay, just letting it mobilize in the hip socket. Let it just wiggle it out a little. Then you can lower your right foot back down to the floor, coming back into your downward facing dog. Take a nice big deep breath in. Exhale, a nice big deep breath out. And then walk your feet forward. You could take a giant step forward, or you could even hop to the top of your mat. Grab onto your ankles and pull yourself down into a nice deep forward fold. And we'll slowly rise, rolling yourself back up to standing. So coming to stand nice and tall. Okay, then we'll move through this sequence on the second side. Then we'll get ready to unwind and cool it down. Okay, so shift your weight over into that left foot. Spread the toes wide, dig your feet, grow your roots into the earth. Then lift up on that standing leg, nice and strong. Okay, then standing up tall through your spine, we'll start to float your right knee up towards your chest. Interlace your hands in front of you and hug that knee in. Yes, growing tall through your spine feels so good. Now keep your hips over your heel as you bring the left hand across to the outside of your right knee. You can bring your right hand onto your hip and start to rotate your ribs around, spiraling your heart towards the right side. You can keep your hand on your hip or open your right fingertips back, whatever helps you to balance. Now we're gonna have a playful transition. Stepping your right foot to the back of your mat, we're opening into Warrior Two. So we begin to reach the right foot back, step it down, and we bring a nice wide stance between the feet. Then go ahead and lift up your hips, extending the left leg straight, and you can just kind of bounce it, wiggle it out, tap it out. It's a good left leg. All right, now just check the placement and the stability of your feet. Make sure your left foot is pointing front, your right foot is parallel to the back of your mat. You press down through the outer edge of the foot and lift up through the inner arch, hugging the legs strong. Lift up out of your waist, hug your belly in and extend out through your arms. Keeping your shoulders over your hips, let's lunge into the left leg, coming into your Warrior Two. So sometimes I see this kind of off placement. See if you can balance the shoulders over the hips so the spine is aligned, and we lunge into the left leg. Whew, feeling that strength. The mind says I can't. The body says yes. Open the left palm to the sky and reach up and back, trusting in the strength of your body. Trust yourself. Then we'll start to come back to your Warrior Two for one more moment here. Really feel that power. Then float your left hand to the floor. Sweep your right arm overhead. Reach out and stretch through those right fingertips. Then gently release your right hand to the floor. Spin your right heel to the sky. Lower your right knee down and just nice and easy, glide your hips back. Now we're going to press your right hand into the mat. Rotate your heart open to the left and bend into that right knee. See if you can reach back and grab a hold of the top of your right foot. Okay, so if you lean your hips back, you should be able to get a hold of the foot. Then you pull your heel to your hip, make that contact, then start to shift forward back into the lunge. Even if it's just a tiny little bit, that's okay. What matters is that you get the stretch, right? So if your body is stretching, that's all you need to do. We want to take some deep breaths here. I don't know about you guys, but the right side, that's my driving leg. So that quad gets real tight sometimes. Okay, then we'll gently release your right foot back down. You can glide your hips back again, and we're going to walk that left foot over to the right edge of your mat. So keeping that leg extended, left leg crossing the midline. Slowly begin to bow forward, folding over that left leg. Let your head relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing relax as you soften in this stretch. Then press into the earth, lift up through your chest, extending your spine halfway. We're going to bend into your left knee and start to shift your weight forward, coming into that Pigeon Pose. Slowly easing your way into the shape. Make whatever little adjustments you need to help yourself be comfortable here. And again, feel free to explore some little movements, some deep internal adjustments, just finding the best stretch for you. If you like folding forward, you can do that. You know, really, this is your time. We're just going to be here for a couple more rounds of breath, not too long. So just enjoy this moment to stretch your hip. 2.
right, then we'll come back to that center point, planting your hands on your mat. Curl those right toes under and start to push against the floor, lifting up your hips. Stretch your left leg up and back and just swirl it around. Mobilizing your leg in the hip socket. Just feel that mobility. Whew. Enjoy the freedom of movement. And let your left foot touch back down to the floor. We'll take a nice full round of breath right here in your down dog. Feel your body, how open and spacious it is. And then walk or step or hop forward, coming back into your forward fold. Bowing over your legs. You could grab onto your ankles one more time and just pull yourself into the deepest forward fold of the day. And slowly bend into your knees and bring your hips all the way down to the floor. Wrap your arms around your shins and give yourself a squeeze. Can kind of rock a little bit, just appreciating your body and your hard work and your effort today. Then go ahead and roll down onto your back. And it's okay to have fun with it. Enjoy. Be silly. It's just yoga. Bring your feet flat down to the floor. Can kind of separate your feet a little wider than your hips. Then just gently rock your knees side to side. Just kind of gentle, easy movement. Rocking the legs back and forth. You start to feel a little release through your belly and through your low back. All right. Make your way back to center. And we're going to do one more good little core warmer before we unwind. So let's lower both knees over to the left side. So we're just letting both knees fall to the left. Then you can bring your hands back behind your head. Or here, this is how we did it Wednesday. Bring your right hand down and you can just kind of hold on to the edge of your mat or press your hand into the floor. Then the left hand is behind your head. Now, we're going to lift your head and shoulders and rotate your left elbow towards your right hip. And then lower down. Okay, we're doing 5 of those. So lift and twist. That's 2. Release. Lift and twist. And release. 2 more. Lift and twist. Squeeze those obliques and release. Last one on this side, lift it up and twist to the right. Then gently release. You can roll yourself back to center, hug your knees into your chest. Give thanks for your amazing body. Yay, it's so awesome. Okay, then lower your feet to the floor and lower both knees to the right. You can reach your left hand down, bring your right hand behind your head. And we're doing 5, we're just going to knock them out. Lift your head and shoulders, twist that right elbow towards the left hip. Then gently release. That's 1. Lift and twist. And release. Again. Lift and twist. And release. 2 more. Lift. Twist, squeeze, and release. Last one. Lift it up and twist to the left. Then let it go. Hug your knees back to center. Breathe into your belly. And celebrate your success. To the end of your practice today. Just congratulate yourself for your hard work. Congratulate yourself for making it through the challenging moments, for hanging in there even when it was hard.
And bring your feet flat to the floor. Let your knees open to the sides. And let your hands relax over your head. Just gently bending into your elbows. Let your elbows fall open to the sides. And just allow yourself to completely relax here, surrendering yourself to the pull of gravity. Let your belly relax. Let your mind relax. Just tune in to the flow of your breath. Just let yourself become truly fascinated with this miraculous mechanism of your breath. And you can stay here and enjoy this shape for as long as it feels good. Honestly, you could spend your entire Shavasana in this pose if that feels the best. But at any point, whenever your body is ready, you can begin to extend your legs out in front of you and slowly circle your arms down by your sides, just allowing yourself to get comfortable on your mat. And again, we're just tuning in to that feeling, that subtle pull of gravity, magnetizing our body to the earth, feeling that pull, that gentle, steady pull. And as you tune in to this feeling of gravity, you may become aware of places in your body that are resisting. See if you can let go more and more and more. Giving your body permission to completely unwind. Let go. Surrender. And take a deep, full breath in. And exhale, a full, deep breath out. Breathing all the way to the bottom of the breath. And slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Awakening your hands and your feet, your wrists and your ankles,
Beginning to awaken into your elbows and your knees, your hips and your shoulders and your spine. Then reach your arms up over your head, taking a long, full body stretch. And gently roll yourself over to the side. And you can begin to press yourself up to a seat. Just coming to a nice, comfortable, easy seat on your mat. You can close your eyes here and just take a few more moments of presence. Notice how your body feels now compared to when you first sat down. Notice what's changed. Bringing your hands to a prayer position at your heart. Bow your head in acknowledgement and reverence to your most beautiful and infinite spirit. Speak kindly to yourself. Speak lovingly to yourself. Appreciate yourself when you do good work, and encourage yourself when you feel weak or lost. Real healing begins with a thought. The thoughts we think about ourselves. So think loving thoughts. Think healing and restorative thoughts. And I will look forward to continuing this journey with you indefinitely. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in class again soon. Namaste.